Jill. Or Lindsay, and I'm not thinking of her.
You know,
I think Obama is...
I'm going to put this on again, and don't really know why, other than the parents of Richard Shute, the New Jersey young man that went into the mall there last night and ended up committed suicide. That's the way it appears. I wonder if his family, it would sit well with them if they knew he had been programmed. Or if it would sit well with James Holmes or the Tucson, Arizona, or the Columbine kids to find out that this whole thing was such a charade that there's agencies that are programming and using mind control. The ones that have been done in patterns since early 70s, I've told about, and they can be proven. I'm in Roanoke, Virginia, and next door in Virginia Tech. You've got the Fort Hood shooter acting under mind control. He was a psychiatrist. He finished college at Blacksburg, Virginia Tech, near me, and a psychiatrist in all things. Okay, you've got the Mass 33. I believe the shooter there, he was from South Korea. I believe he shot himself, which would appear to commit suicide, and they blame it on he's deranged. That's the word they use. Mind control has not one thing to do with mental illness. For these people who are victims themselves of mind control, it's imposed upon them without their knowledge or consent. And you talk about civil rights. So the parents of these young men or women, or I'll go ahead and say it, Casey Anthony was one of them. Zimmerman. By the way, they're going after Zimmerman now. If you watch George Zimmerman's actions since the trial, it's that of a person who's acting under mind control. He's been programmed. You can't get it across to people that these are victims unless it happens to them. So I'm going to say that over the years I've told about these. When I had no money, starving, freezing, I've turned it over. People's response is, I don't want to hear it. Get away from me. I want to go on with my life. Especially when I told about my kidnapping and my real name and the fact that this country did it to me and my father. And it's okay to put the Germans or Brits or someone in a world court. And part of this is for crimes this country really committed. I'm not sure that mind control wasn't used on Hitler. It's a weapon that's invisible that can include mass numbers of like armies to go against each other. And how do you prove it? And the good guy can turn out to be the bad, the one that did the programming. But in case I'm wondering here, I sent when the LAX happened. I've sent this on and on over the years to the media, to everybody. They won't tell it because it leads back to me and my kidnapping. It's a way of instant messaging also. The fact that you can program people and have them go out and commit an act, and the news media zeroes in on it. It's like decoding it. It's cryptic, using the person's name, timeline, a bunch of things that form into a pattern. So you got an instant message board up there. Also, the other thing is another underlying motive, which belongs to the agency or persons doing the programming, is the fact that it brings in more security. If you want to go back, the airplanes that were down, the people on board, it brought in security here and there. Now then you have to go through background checks for everything, and it just brings in more police, law enforcement, and in the end you won't be able to move or go anywhere. You'll have, well, I'm wondering here. So I've said this, that in a lot of these, the persons were programmed to appear to commit suicide when really they were acting under the commands of their programmer. And they had no knowledge they were going to do it, and they had no option. And that's the truth. That's the sad part of it all. They had no way to say no. So I don't know. The only thing I can get from this one last night is that it might be over. Therefore, I would hope it goes into a world court that is held by someone who can hand down real justice and can discern who's the good and the bad. And I'm going to say this. It's not okay what Elizabeth's father, George VI, did to my father, my mom, my country, me, my children. It's not okay. I don't know why people feel it is. I looked under the constitutional monarchy, and I see all the people that are so almost like a love affair with these people who are cold-blooded killers, should be tried in a world court by someone who isn't in love with a false. They say God saved the queen. Well, God saved the real queen and put the other one where she belongs.